Welcome to my channel. My name is Tyler. I'm a lo-fi and ambient music producer. It's been a while to break down my music. I'm still keep making music and release music even though I have a lot of video I have to make it. But I really want to break down this track called Disconnected that I created with Yatman, because in this track I got different approach when I creating rather than play the guitar melody stuff on it. So maybe that can give you some more inspiration when you creating your own music. So let's dive into the logic and I show you how I create this track. Alright, so first thing first, Yatman sent me the pad, the piano, and also some drum sounds, and I added some more different elements, texture in this track. And I think it's got the disconnected feeling in my mind when I creating this track. So I just named this Disconnected. So let's have a listen about the pad and piano what he sent me. Very ambient piano sounds and I really like it. So first thing, I added some bass. It is just very simple, the root note of the bass, and I found the sounds that I really like from the pure lo-fi in this preset. And basically I just added the EQ and also the compressor from the Logic stock plugins, and also sidechains to the kick. So the sounds just simple bass. And follow the roots note. And after that, I added some more elements with the FX sounds, and I just want to add some like ear candy stuff. And basically, this is the first track that I use Serum 2 for lo-fi. And I found this preset sounds, and basically I added EQ and just one note on it. And I think Serum is super cool to add this type of ear candy, and I really like to add this kind of stuff to make the track more movement and more unique texture. So next up, I also added some more texture and also from Serum 2 with this preset. And basically I added EQ and also some reverb on it. Something like that, just add a little extra note. So let's break it down different parts of the instrument. And basically in this track I have part 1, part 2 in the break, and part 3 and outro in this arrangement. So in the first layer of the instrument parts, I use the flute from Frecken. It is also from the UVI Sonic Bundle in this Lo-Fi Dream preset. And basically, I added the EQ, delay, reverb, and add some more delay again. So I play the difference like melody in between the intro and the part 1 and also the outro. The sounds will be something like this. For me, I really like to add flute and string into my music because flute got some like airy, spacey feeling and give you some more emotion feelings. So I really like add flute into my music. So after that, I also found some sounds in the UVI bundle. They got some like arpeggio sounds and vocal sounds. And basically in this vocal and the guitar sounds I just bounce the MIDI out and then chop it up. It is a bit different than before I play the melody by myself because I want to give it some more like this connected feeling in this track. So in these phrases, I just bounce it out and cut it in two parts and fade in and out to give it more smooth to in and out. And basically, I added EQ and reverb, and also one more reverb from the UVI bundle, and also fade. It is give some auto planning flanging. So before the sounds will be like this. Then after this plugin, give a lot of movement. So in the whole track will be give it a more unique texture. Just subtle panning, but you will have different feeling. So in the guitar part, like I said before, I use the MIDI to bounce out some arpeggio and then chop it up. And I think these two notes, I pan one left, one right to give it more like some disconnected feeling. And in the second part of the track, I just used the same MIDI and then cut it out some for the high end and some for the low end, just randomly to put it like to create the rhythm and the melody that I like. So in the first sounds, it's just something like one note, some flame sounds, and I think it's just cool to add something this type of sounds, one pan left and right. And basically I added EQ, reverb, delay, and add a little bit of the compressor. So in the track we just add a little like ear candy. So in the second part, in the high guitar high sounds, I only added the EQ. Something like that. And another one, I added EQ, reverb, RC20, and compressor. So I think they have some like conversation together, and I just put it in different places, chop it up, and then arrange it for this like melody on it. And also in this part, I added some string sounds. This is from Arturia, Ottoman strings. I love these plugins because you got some different texture than the normal string sounds. So basically I played it a little melody, just one note right here, and I added the EQ, reverb, delay. It sounds like this. Which just sounds something like in the background airy feelings, something very similar with the flute, but I changed it another sounds to get more like interesting when the track going on. And I think it is also something like a conversation with this like chopping guitar sounds. So for the third part and the outro, basically some elements is the same, but I added another layer of the string, and I add 2 reverb and 1 EQ, and basically it is another preset from the Arturia Oddman string. The sounds will be like this. So basically the instrument part is something like this. In this track, I don't want to add the melody stuff like the track I made before. Just want to give some different feeling of disconnected. So basically in the drum part, it is not very complicated. It is just simple, but we added some like texture on it. So you can see Foley, shaker, kick, snare, some more Foley, and ambient. Just keep it simple, but a lot of texture. So in the Foley one, I panned it to the right a bit, and after that, I just added the EQ on it, nothing too special. So in the drum bus, I also added some compressor, and also this is from Baby Audio Smooth Operator, and some more ambient stuff, some rain, and the last thing I also add a transition. So in this transition, I also added EQ, delay, and compressor on it. Alright, so basically the track is something like this, and I hope you got some inspiration in this one, because I'm a person love to try different stuff and not to repeat what I'm doing. I love to experiment with other things. So I hope that can give you some more inspiration for your own music. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell button, and please let me know in the comment below what you think about this track, and I see you in the next video.